heading up to, we're flying out at 2:30. So on our way to the airport here now. Delighted to get rid of this bad weather. 26, 27 degrees in London. So, all set, buzzing, can't wait. Twisted drunk for the weekend.
Here we go.
That's it now, just arrived. Uber, half-hour drive, and that's it. Drinking time. That's it. 52 minutes from 52 minutes, is that? 52 minutes from Heathrow to Wembley. So here is the apartment studio. It's actually not bad. Spacious enough here. Choice in that, yeah. What's in this job? See much of this, but yeah, it's grand. She'll do the job.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's grand. It's in here, it's cool, like space. You can sit outside as well, I think, can't you? That's actually cool. Yeah. Tesco's right underneath us here. So we're heading to Soho. It's supposed to be a good nightlife in Soho. Me and this man is going to get crooked.
Yep. Fucking love it.
Next time, this is the only time you're after hearing of me since the last 4 hours, because I was afraid to take my phone out in London because I've seen the fella get his phone took and he only sitting down minding his business with a friend, and this fella come up, how not snatched straight onto the bicycle like in a second. Your man was so surprised by getting robbed and he ran after him. I swear I would not take the phone off for the rest of the night after that. Mental. Seen it happen when we went to Eyes. Two lads was running down the street after him and couldn't get him. It has to stop raining all morning. There's a good bastard again. It has not stopped since 6:30 this morning, and it's now around 12:30. So we're gonna head to Box Park soon, and get the Uber up to Box Park. That's where the crack will be. Gotta have a bit of that. Would that be healthy for you?
Until November. But if you guys want the fight, we'll make the fight happen. Do I want redemption? Do I want to batter him? Yes, I do. But
but maybe.
Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. We both kicked off our shoes. Then I did those
Obviously, we're near a fight now, and I was on yesterday thinking Usyk's going to stop him. I still think Usyk's going to stop him. I think it's Dubois. Obviously, I don't think King things get to him. I don't think he even acknowledges the occasions, because he's that type of fella. But I think he will tonight. I think he's going to feel the pressure. And I think Usyk, late stoppage, too fit. He's just going to be too fast, and he's going to pour it on. The ball will be overwhelmed, like I think first fight. Not to be.
About 50 complaints of some signs. Concerts and boxing and whatever. I was like, well, fucking who's looking at the signs? Yeah, no, what I mean? From the other side, like.
Get that runner, John!
The other side's fine. Yeah.
Just saying there that Usyk is too good for him. And I thought I'd lay a stoppage. Obviously that wasn't the case. But look, either way, I mean, it's very easy to say that now. That, oh, I told you so, which I didn't, obviously. I mean, I had two kind of guesses at. Well, my latest feeling was that Usyk could stop him. He did, and I got that wrong as well because he stopped him very early. Goal for class. Way Gulf, it's a mismatch. Now looking back, but that's hindsight, and I said it in one of the podcasts about Mick, hindsight is that we can look back and then say now, and then we can think about. Now I'm thinking Don Charles, obviously, he's alright. They all got too cocky in themselves. Frank Warren, all of them, yeah. But they all got too cocky in themselves, I'm thinking. And we were saying that, weren't we, Peter? We were saying that they got too caught up in the low blow. That was it. That's all they had, yeah. That's all they had for this whole rematch, the low blow. As if that was it, he beat him. He didn't. The low blow didn't even mean anything. And they got too caught up in it.
He got hammered 2 years ago, like, what else?
Yeah, he did.
What else he had to bring?
It was, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was a one-sided fight the first time.
He
and they got caught,
the
whole concentration was the low blow, or whatever you want to call it.
That's just the English media pushing
English media. We've seen it today as well in Box Rec. We've seen it in our Box Back. They were all pushing, especially the English media. And look, I know they're going to root for their own, but there were two gone on.
They're trying to change people's minds.
Yeah, on Dubois this one. But anyway, it was a mismatch. I think anyway. But you've seen it. You've seen it.
Always was.
You get killed now. We won't be around England for the next 2 weeks anyway. For 2 years. But no, Dubois, he's not in the same league as you. 100% sound fella, very funny. But nah.
We are entertained, Dubois. We are entertained.
Yeah, we are. No, it's. You know what? We all got too hung up on that first. Did he legit or not? Fuck me, he lost the fucking fight. So, and he lost it very, very badly today.
He would have got up even if it was a legitimate punch to the stomach.
Yeah, exactly, he would have got up. He would have got up. But anyway, that's the end of that. I think Parker would have given him a better run. I think Parker definitely would have did longer. Not saying he would have beaten him, definitely. I don't think he would have beaten Usyk because Usyk still
deserved
it. But, yeah, he definitely deserved it. And there's no doubt about it. Because I'm a couple of drinks in me and I hate saying this, but Dubois wasn't sick when he went to fight Parker. That's no doubt. I don't believe
he skipped them. Dodged them.
Well, anyway, that's it. Anti-climax for a lot of fellas here on here. There was an anti-climax for a lot of them. But anyway, that's it. We'll be back soon.
This is ridiculous.
Who did you fancy tonight to win the fight before you come in? Tell your YouTube channel.
I thought Usyk was going to win, but I thought I wanted Dubois to win.
Why did you want Dubois to win?
Well, how old are you? Well, because he had new fans, man.
49.
Everyone here is a Ukraine fan.
And you just didn't like. He's
got to have at least someone on his side.
Yeah, you wanted to be on his side.
I wanted to be on his side.
Were you gutted when he lost?
No, mate. Honestly, I was fully neutral. When Usyk won, I was chatting for Usyk.
Tell them who's the best team in the Premier League.
Sunderland.
that's it. Weekend over. London is a busy spot. They're not very chatty over there, Peter, are they? Look, it's still good. There's a lot to do out there. The first day was scorching. We went for a few drinks, obviously, both nights. Went to Soho on the first night. And, yeah. But then the next day was the best day, obviously, because it was pissing rain, obviously, first thing in the morning. Never stopped raining. But out to Box Park is serious. Anyone that's ever going to a boxing fight in Wembley, like, I don't even know if they advertise it. We just kind of came across it accidentally in the last fight we were at with Fury and White. So we knew we'd be on again. But the amount we were talking to so many people last night that never even had the Box Rec tickets or the Box Park tickets. You have to go to. It's an extra couple of pounds, not major, small couple of pounds. But yet you're actually walking and mingling. Everybody's just walking around and mingling. All the boxers, current boxers, pundits, YouTubers, you name it. Like they're all just walking around passing each other, so they're right in front of you. And then it never stops. It's just music, and then the boxers on stage talking. It's actually something you have to do if you ever go to a fight in Wembley. Make sure and go to Box Park, or it's a waste if you don't. Wembley is unbelievable. Obviously, it's very, very impressive, and the boxing is just it's a buzz. We'd actually good tickets, good seats. Even though on the camera it mightn't seem like it, we actually did have good seats. But definitely next time I'm going to try and get right at the.
Yeah, it's worth spending the money.
It's worth spending the money, yeah. It's worth spending the money if you can get a bit closer.
If you're big into boxing, but you're just going for the event, you can get the cheaper tickets and be in up the top in the bleachers or whatever they call it. So
yeah, oh, it's definitely worth extra money. I was talking to a lad over there. He's that I know. He actually, you could see him on the telly, like he was actually in the crowd, like right just behind the camera, the main camera.
The best value tickets is probably the ones in the middle that are still in the stand. That you're slightly above ground level, but you're still close.
Yeah.
I think one of your mates was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Some of the ground level ones, if you're on the ground level, but you're further back towards what would be like near where the goal post would be. Everyone's standing up, they're kind of blocking each other, so it's a bit of a waste. We were on the corner, so we were 1 or 2 levels up, so we could see all over everyone. We did stand up for the main fight, but everyone else was sitting down with it.
Yeah.
We were just cheering. We were just cheering on Usyk.
It was around
the crowd of English fellas.
There was around 10 fellas behind us, all Usyk fans. Sorry, Dubois fans. You can hear them talking shit in the back, and. There was one guy behind us actually with the Ukrainian flag.
Yeah, he was on his own.
He was on his own, but he was right behind us. And sure, we went crazy then when Usyk won. And I wanted to see Usyk win. And that's no disrespect to the bar, as I say. I like Usyk as a man. I think he's a brilliant human being. I think he's a best boxer, and definitely in the last 20 years or in heavyweight boxing. I'm one of the all-time greats. So I was definitely wanting him to win the route, because I just, sometimes when I see too much bias against, for one, certain fighters as well, as I said to you in the last night's video, the English, look, they have to promote their own. There's nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong. But sometimes you watch it and you're like, I want to see the other guy do well. But that's not taken away. I like Usyk anyway.
Yeah, the walkout as well, he just went straight to the ring, like no messing about, no fireworks.
Yeah.
No bullshit singing or.
Yeah, we were laughing because they have to go on a stage. So before they actually walk to the ring, they have to come onto this kind of a stage. And the walk from, say, their dressing room to that, it took twice the time for the ball to get there. And then when Usyk got there, he was just there in a second, no messing. He wanted to just go
he ran
straight there. Yeah, got on it because he had to, and straight into the ring. And I just said, that's just, a pure sign of wanting to get it on.
Just want to get it on, yeah. He probably wanted to be warm as well, because he probably thought the ball was going to start fast.
It was see many of the boys were saying, we didn't see this. Some of the lads was WhatsApping me yesterday saying that he was actually warming up earlier than expected, and Dubois came in late. But as you said there, maybe he wanted to warm up and get up the pace. Mm-hmm. You know the way sometimes get your Harry up just so that you're ready to rock. But
especially when Dubois does. I suppose he did carry his power into the 5th round against AJ, but he probably Usyk is a more wily character than that. So
Yeah. But we were looking at. Remember, there was 1 or 2 times that we were saying Usyk was in the corner, and we said, "Let's see now. Watch him get out of this. Just get out, no problem.
Yeah.
He could just get out so easy." And that to me was why we were saying earlier last week the footwork, just the speed.
The evasiveness.
Yeah, he's just so hard to pin. On his toes, basically on his toes all the time. Pacquiao used to fight like that a lot on his toes before. Just always bouncing. And a heavyweight box to be bouncing. Ali, bouncing on your toes.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it?
My brother was texting me on WhatsApp during the fight, and he was saying that what it looked like on TV was that Usyk was reeling them into the corners, and then Dubois was falling for it and trying to go for the big knockout, overhand rights and everything, and then he would just evasively get out of the corner, and on his way out he would clip him with a couple of hooks, get back to the centre of the ring, and then just keep doing the same thing. And then that's how the fight kind of finished, wasn't it? He caught him with the left hook to drop him.
Remember at second round when into the corner, like we were obviously looking at it live, but it's hard to see where we were. Him, but there's massive screens over the ring, and we could see him. It looked like he was breathing through his arse, and actually just staring down, we were saying, well, he's fucked. He looked fucked after the second round, going into the third round, and that's the first time he went down. Again, I don't know if it looked really hard or
a
not.
heavy hit.
But he hit him more flush nobody in the third one. And back to what we were saying, Usyk didn't want to. Dubois, he didn't want to. As soon as time came up, go to the corner. I don't want it anymore. And that's what I felt last week. I just don't think you can change that. I just think that you can't work on that. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think you can work on that. There was questions asked of him before. I don't think you can train or get over that. Like, you're just going to always be capable of that, and that's nothing bad on Dubois because he's obviously some great strengths. But
yeah, we were saying after as well, if you know, Frank Warren and the lads were cute enough, they would have waited until for Dubois to become that champion in a year or two when Usyk retires. He was never going to beat Usyk, but if you look at it, when Usyk retires now, Fury maybe has 1 or 2 fights left in him. He wants to fight Usyk again, which I think is a dead rubber because it's unfair. Like, how many times does Usyk have to beat all these lads? He's beat them all twice.
And then if they beat him once, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not how I told you. You don't hear that shit. Like,
he
it's done. And again, that wouldn't be, if there was the other way around, Usyk wouldn't be getting that chance.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
and Parker is the one who deserved it. We felt like Dubois dodged him because it's a tough fight, you know.
Definitely. Parker deserves it. 100%.
He deserves a payday anyway.
Yeah, he definitely does. He definitely deserves it.
And
that's the only fight I'd say if Usyk's going, I think he should retire. But if he's going to have one more fight, give it to Parker. Moses Atuma, it's too early for him. They're brewing up.
Already, yeah.
They're all about him now, and he's going to be the saviour of that. But I heard it all before. I'm not saying he's not going to be. What I'm saying is I don't want to get carried away already. Oh, this is the next big thing. You know, because I've heard it all before. I've seen it all before. If he is brilliant, because I like to see the best boxers prevail. But I want to see them prevail if they are the best boxer. I don't want someone telling me they're the best. If I don't,
based on opinion.
Yeah. Just let's see if he is. But anyway, I think it's too far out. Usyk's not going to be around long enough for that fight to ever happen. But he's the next big thing in boxing, so they say. But let's see. If he is, it'd be brilliant.
Then he's nobody to fight. What other heavyweights is there? Allen, even Dave Allen's in his mid-30s.
Yeah, and all the lads that's around now are gone.
Miller, Hergovich.
Yeah, they're all.
That's what I was saying. Like, Dubois is 27, so if they were smarter about planning it out, they would have just left a year or two and then allow Usyk to retire. And Dubois could have put it up against. Even Parker is 36, so Parker, Fury, AJ, Usyk, they're all going to be finished in the next year.
Yeah, so he might have the free reign. He could actually be just dominate for years there because there's no one around. Like Dillian White, to me.
Dillian White's finished.
Yeah, he's just been thrown. I think he's just been thrown to the wolves there. He's just going to be. Moses Atuma going to stop him very badly, and of course they'll be saying, "Oh Jesus, he bet Dillian White." Dillian White to me is finished a long time ago. I think at that level. But look, we know nothing. Dillian White finished, killed me, and 2 seconds. You kill him in 2 seconds. So what I'm trying to say is we're only saying as fans, and we're not getting paid. We're just talking shit on YouTube. But we're allowed to say what we want because we're not getting paid. No one's telling us what to say. Just normal fans, what I think or what he thinks, and he's worse than me because when the camera's not on, you want to hear what he's saying. But no, look, boxing's great. It's to me, it's the most exciting sport. So looking forward to the next couple of months to see what happens with the boxers and see who's the next fights and who's the next big fights.
I suppose what we're saying is the future of the heavyweight division. I suppose the last 5-10 years has been its prime years, probably since the Lennox Lewis, Fury, or Mike Tyson era. There was probably 10 or 15 years between that.
The heavyweight division gone down, is it?
Yeah, it's going to go down again.
Oh yeah, it was. Like Klitschko, like put people to sleep.
Yeah.
For years, like because it was.
And he was boring. He was a boring.
It was boring. I remember looking.
Decision maker.
Wouldn't even look at them sometimes. But it was great because they did bring back heavyweight boxing. Brilliant for the last few years, and it was brilliant to see them all. It was brilliant to see Fury, Joshua, the Wilders. Now the Usyk, obviously he moved up when he moved up from cruiserweight. It was brilliant. It's brilliant to see. It's exciting. So it'll be interesting to see over the next few years if there's going to be a packed heavyweight division full of contenders.
We wondered as well. I mean, there seems to be in the top 10. There's like 6 UK fighters in the top 10 heavyweights in the world, which doesn't seem, realistic in my point of view.
Well, it was like,
how many other fighters aren't? How many other heavyweight fighters from countries like Russia and America?
Well, this is it. There was nothing to know about. Like, look at Zhang. How long was Zhang kept out in the dark? I think it was a time there where Zhang could have put up to anybody, but I think they didn't want to know about. No one mentioned his name. No one uttered his name. He would have been a feared fighter at the time, but he got aged out. He was like, and I know he's a massive man, and he was beaten a couple of times. But what I'm saying is, there was a couple of years ago back there that he was a very dangerous fighter for anybody. But of course, nobody uttered his name. And then obviously when they had no choice but to kind of talk about, they kind of threw some other fighters out there just first to see what he was like, just before they got to the big guys, you could say. But that's only an example. What we're saying is there has to be a couple more heavyweights out there that no one's talking about. Like if Mark McCauley even fucking took boxing serious. If Mark McCauley was actually serious about training and really knuckling down and focusing on it, Mark McCauley would be a fair boxer, a fair man. Like
Fierce power. Cardio lets him die.
Yeah. So obviously making an effort over long times, a long period. These boxers, they have to be on their game. Like
they've dabbled with Usyk go back down to cruiserweight and having one last. I suppose he has all the belts now at the moment. So if he went back down to unified all the belts at cruiserweight, but I know he won't do all that. But Jai Apatea is probably the best fighter in that division at the moment, wouldn't he be?
Yeah.
We're talking about that fight with him, but I don't know if Usyk would make that weight again.
I don't think he would. I think
22 pounds.
He's more comfortable now. He's settled and matured at that way. But again, is there a sweet spot in heavyweight boxing? I used to think myself, geez, the men evolution. Their men are getting bigger. The Furies is massive. The Joshua's massive. Wilder, tall as fuck. And you're thinking these boys are just too big because of evolution, and the fighters are getting bigger. But you know what? Usyk's steady proven. Maybe there's a sweet spot. Maybe there's a sweet spot for heavyweight boxing. Maybe the 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" max, and maybe a bit lighter. Bit lighter in speed. It's better. Maybe that's the sweet spot.
And that's maybe why people are talking about Moses Atoma. Is that he's fast.
Yeah.
He's not that tall. He's agile. He has power. But he's young. He's young,
and he's that power. But again, in 5-6 years, is he going to be as? Has he got the build? Has he got that thing where he's going to pile on weight? I don't know. Anyway, look, he's too young. We shouldn't be forecasting him for the next 5 or 6 years. I hope he's next big thing. I really do. For boxing, I love boxing. We love boxing. And if he is, and he's definitely deserves a title, brilliant. But please don't talk to me about hype and telling me this fella, telling me that fella's winning, this fella's doing that and that, because I've heard it all before, and even again during the week I've seen a bit of hype over the border. Oh, he's definitely going to do it, Dubois this, Dubois that. Now of course he's a heavyweight boxer, he's a professional boxer, he can do it, but if I didn't know better, if I was come down from space and you were telling me about these fighters for the last 2 weeks, I'd say sure, Dubois going to win it, but the way everyone's talking.
Yeah.
You know?
Even yesterday at Box Park, you know, Conor Ben as well. They asked him in an interview, who was he going for? Who do you think would win it? And he reluctantly said Dubois. Like, you could tell in his face he knew, but again, it was just the media hype train. Obviously, the fight was in England. It's the majority English fans. It's English media. Of course, they're gonna. Yeah. If it was in Ireland, we'd be doing the same thing. We'd be hyping the Irishman, of course.
Yeah.
But for us, as like I would put myself as neutral. I don't have any allegiances to Usyk or Ukraine or anything.
I like to see the best.
Yeah, it's just common sense for me. He hammered him 2 years ago.
Yeah, the best for me is what I always say. Yes, I just want to see the best, and then I'm happy to try to. Now, don't get me wrong. There's top class fighters over there. I might not like the personality. The personality might be for me, but if you have a top class fighter who can carry himself the way Usyk carry himself, he's a real humble guy, you know, and funny, very funny, and just a funny way of getting on. Yeah, he is. And he doesn't try to. He
never gets rattled either.
Never gets rattled. Everything about him is like him, and a top class fighter. So you cannot help but like him. And I'm not always for it's very easy for me to be, because he's winning everything. I could just be a fan of him, but it's not that. It's everything else around it as well. Like so. I mean, there's loads of fighters I've been like an underdog and fellas I've been fans of for years who are underdogs, and you want to see them do well, and they haven't turned out to be the best. But you know, Usyk's hard to dislike. But
Chisora still gave him his hardest fight, which shows you that, you know, styles mix fights at the end of the day. So you just don't know how things are going to pan out. But Chisora would need unlimited cardio to keep up that pace that he had in the first second.
Yeah, and of
it was his first fight in heavyweight.
Yeah,
as well,
and that was back then. But Chisora's great. Chisora's super exciting to watch because he gives it his all, and he looks out of it after 2 rounds, and he plugs on, and he's just there. He's actually funny.
He reminds me, he's like a heavyweight version of Mickey Ward.
Yeah.
You know, Mickey Ward looks like he was out in his feet, and next thing he'd have a massive flurry and turn the fight around. You know,
Chisora's been very good. But that's it. But boxing is brilliant. I hope to continue to see all the best fights, and it's great. To be fair, it's great that England can do these fights, because him, and all of us living in Ireland, we never get to see these fights. You know, like England to me is just it's over beside us, over the road. Like it's great. It's beside us. If boxing was the heavyweight boxing was dominant, we never get to see it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it would be too far for us to go. But
Vegas, I mean, that Vegas is the place that where all the big fights usually happen.
Yeah.
And I don't think Usyk has even fought in Vegas, has he?
No, not that I'm aware of. I don't think so. No. But the heavyweight boxing, it's been dominant. It's been dominant around Europe for the last 10 or 15 years, and then of course the fights out in Saudi then as well. Yeah. But definitely, obviously the lighter weights. With Crawford and Canelo and all that, obviously they're more stateside, but it's great that we can see boxing, especially heavyweight boxing, here.
I just hope they don't keep pushing this nonsense Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight.
Yeah, that's
if I would like to see things pan out for next year, I would like to see Fury fight AJ.
Yeah, well, I'm going to that. I still go to that because obviously it's a great fight. It's a pity he's a few years old, because there was a time there that Fury was the man, the top fighter and the best fighter.
Both of them are absolute monsters of men as well.
Yeah, it's a pity he didn't make it. And the thing is, they will sell the same amount of tickets next year as they would have 5 years, but it's still not. You'll watch it and you'll say, but still you feel like you were left out of it. Like I mean, looking at remember the Kell Brook fight with Khan? Like, it was too late. That turned out to be a good enough fight.
Yeah. But back in the day, Kamir Khan was definitely a better fighter than Kell Brook.
Yeah, I always liked Kell Brook.
I liked him as well, but I just Khan's hand speed and
Oh no, Khan was a super bike. There's no
just
chin.
a glass chin.
I always liked Kell Brook. I thought he was solid, but
neither Kell Brook probably held on age a little better. He probably held on to his prime a little bit better than Khan. Khan took too many.
Yeah, but in fairness to Khan, and he fought brilliant.
He fought the best.
He fought, yeah. Khan was a brilliant fighter and a very game fighter. In fairness to him, if he had a chin, he would have been a lot more.
He would, yeah. The other thing that we noticed yesterday as well, it's probably a little bit political in the heavyweight division. So Parker won't fight Fury. And neither will your man. What's his name? The German guy.
Yeah. Dubois,
He said that Fury's his bigger brother. They won't fight. So that leaves it awkward for, like I said, I want Fury to fight Joshua and I want Parker to fight Usyk. I don't see Parker beating Usyk. I just like Parker as a fighter, and his comeback, how he's turned around his career and stuff. I just think he was next in line and he deserved it. I think Dubois dodged him. You know. I
think Parker will put up a better display than Dubois would.
He's tougher. He's hard. He's tough.
Yeah.
You know, he wouldn't be quitting after.
Yeah, no. And he's actually, I seen him thing there last week, and and the Parkers seems to be a very, very
humble,
relaxed fella, and even he seemed pissed off in a couple of interviews last week that he's actually getting.
Yeah, they're trying to give him Dave Allen and Moses Atoma and someone else as well.
Yeah. Do you know what? That's what we're trying. Well, someone's fighting white now. Yeah. Look, he has to be fighting. Well, he's going to have to announce to be announcing a fight. I'd imagine soon, wouldn't he? Parker, but then
because he can't sit in the fence in 2026.
No,
he has to fight this year.
But he's going to have one more fight now before Usyk, because Usyk sits after fighting, and obviously Usyk needs his rest, and he doesn't want to be idle too long, Parker. So that's another fight that he's going to miss out and potentially lose it.
That's it.
Because if he loses it, then he doesn't get his shots against Usyk. Because the time Usyk fights again could be at least 6 months. That means Parker is 6 months then before he gets to fight Usyk, and then it's been, I don't know, 2 or 3 months since he fought Mark McCauley. So that's 9 months. And with the age and the heavyweight,
36, 37.
Yeah, so
who does he fight then though?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think who's like ready.
Who's a big name that would get him a payday and still keep him relevant to fight Usyk, you know?
Yeah, well, to me, Parker has to have a fight in the next 4 months, and then you have to think about who. Like, we can't be Fury. Well, he's not going to fight Fury anyway.
He won't fight
but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think myself who's idle at the moment, who's not doing a lot.
The German guy.
Yeah. Yeah, probably would, and they can do that as whoever wins that.
And again, that comes back to both what we talked about a few minutes ago. They're both 6'4", 6'5". They're not the biggest heavyweights.
He looked big yesterday. He looked there.
Yeah, well, I got a picture with him. I stood beside him, and I'm 6'1". He was maybe 3 inches taller.
Yeah,
but he's stocky, but he's a heavyweight.
Yeah. That was it. But we had a great weekend. But Box Park is a serious experience, and you're watching out on all the heads and seeing all them around moving, and you recognise like loads of different people, and they're just so accessible too. It's not as if they're just there and they're all happy to.
Yeah, no, they're all very, very friendly. Yeah.
So that's it, folks. And the footage probably wasn't the best to get throughout the. I'm brutal, to be honest. A few drinks in me and all, I was forgetful and all.
Bit of phone getting robbed.
But I'm after bringing the video up to 23 minutes here alone with this bullshit chat here. So, but anyway, so that's it, and we'll be on now in the next few days again. So we'll speak soon. Good luck.